hold on to your seats, because what just went down on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 13 has fans spiraling, the cast reeling, and the internet on fire. In a moment no one saw coming, Queen Key, yes, that Queen Key stormed onto the scene with a jaw-dropping confession that left Yandy, Spice, and Kendra absolutely shook. You think you've seen drama before? Think again. Because this isn't just petty shade or a messy love triangle. This is raw, real, and explosive. Tears were shed, voices were raised, and trust was completely shattered. It all happened during what was supposed to be a calm girls' night out, wine, vibes, and reconnection. But the second Queen Key walked in, the entire mood shifted. She was calm to calm. And that eerie calmness? It was the calm before a Category 10 hurricane. She sat down, looked Yandy dead in the eye, and said the words no one ever expected. There's something I need to say. And after this, y'all might never look at me the same again. What followed? Complete emotional detonation. Yandy froze. Spice's jaw literally dropped. And Kendra? She looked like she'd seen a ghost. What could Queen Key possibly be hiding? Why now? And how does it tie into a secret that links all three women, a secret that's been simmering beneath the surface for years, waiting to explode? Was it betrayal? Was it revenge? Or was it something even deeper? Whispers turned into gasps as Queen Key revealed connections to past scandals that fans thought were long buried. From old flings to secret recordings, to shocking alliances that could rewrite the entire LHHATL narrative. This wasn't just drama. It was nuclear. And just when the audience thought it couldn't get any more intense, a mystery phone buzzed from inside Queen Key's bag, and what played on that speaker had every cast member on the edge of their seats, some in tears, others ready to walk. Fans are already calling it the most explosive moment in love and hip-hop history. Emotions ran high. The friendships? Tested. The sisterhood? Torn. The truth? Still unraveling. And guess what? This is only the beginning. Stay right here, because we're about to break down everything Queen Key said, every jaw-dropping reaction, every connection to past seasons, and why this moment might change the entire future of love and hip-hop Atlanta forever. It all began at Spice's upscale rooftop mixer in downtown Atlanta, a night meant for reconciliation and good vibes, hosted under fairy lights and soul-soothing music. The wine was flowing, the camera crew was rolling, and the women, Yandy, Spice, Kendra, and a few other familiar faces, were dressed to the nines, radiating confidence and class. Everything was going smoothly until the elevator dinged and out walked Queen Key, clad in black leather, her presence immediately shifting the atmosphere. Conversations hushed, eyes turned, and even the background music seemed to grow quieter. Yandy gave her a surprised glance, clearly not expecting her. Spice narrowed her eyes, guarded, curious. Kendra, sipping her cocktail, immediately stiffened. There was tension in the air, and everyone felt it. Queen Key made her way slowly to the lounge area, heels clicking like warning shots on the wooden floor. With a sly smile, she greeted everyone casually, but her eyes were sharp, calculating. She didn't come for small talk. Everyone could tell. After a few pleasantries and half-hearted laughs, Queen Key sat down, leaned back, and took a deep breath. I know this might not be the time, she said, but I didn't come here to sip wine and smile. I came here because I'm done staying silent. Kendra raised an eyebrow. About what? She asked sharply. Queen Key turned toward her slowly. About all of you, she said. About the lies, the backroom deals, the betrayals. About everything that's been kept hush-hush while cameras roll like everything's picture perfect. The room fell silent. Even the production crew looked stunned. Let's start with Yandy, Queen Key said, locking eyes with her. You remember 2019, don't you? When I was trying to break into the industry, when I was looking for guidance, mentorship. And you ghosted me? Yandy blinked. I don't even know what you're talking about. Don't you? Queen Key replied, reaching into her purse and pulling out a worn-out journal. You told me to come to your studio. You promised you'd help me cut my demo. I waited 5 hours. You never showed. You blocked my number, left me in the cold while you were busy signing some TikTok star with fewer skills and more skin showing. Yandy's mouth opened, then closed again. That's not how it went. That's exactly how it went. Queen Key snapped, eyes glistening. You used me for clout, then dropped me like trash. Kendra tried to step in. Okay? Let's not get heated, oh. We're just getting started, Queen Key interrupted. Because, Kendra, you're next. The camera zoomed in as Kendra's eyes widened. I don't even know you like that, she muttered. Really? So we're just going to pretend that your fiancé Scrappy never DM'd me on the low last year, sending me hearts and telling me I was more real than half the women he's dealt with on this show. The room erupted into gasps. Yandy put her hand over her mouth. Spice turned to Kendra with raised brows. Wait, Scrappy? Again? Kendra looked stunned but tried to laugh it off. Girl, please? Everybody says something on DMs. That don't mean it's serious. Queen Key pulled out her phone and swiped to screenshots. He invited me to Miami twice. Said you were too busy with business deals to care. That sound like nothing? Kendra shot up from her seat, furious. You're lying. You're lying through your teeth. Then sue me, Queen Key said coolly. Or maybe talk to your man before you call me a liar. Before Kendra could retaliate, Spice clapped her hands to get everyone's attention. Yo! Hold up. I don't know what this is, but I don't appreciate my event being hijacked for a therapy session. You're right, Spice, Queen Key said calmly. But we haven't even gotten to you yet. Spice rolled her eyes. Don't do it. Don't you bring me into your mess. Too late, Queen Key replied. Because you, Queen of the Dance Hall, were the one who told me not to trust Yandi in the first place. Said she plays favorites and never lifts up other women unless there's a camera in her face. Spice looked shocked. You're twisting my words. I recorded the call, Queen Key said, pulling out a voice memo app. You want to hear it? Gasps echoed again. Even the bartender froze. Nah, that's messy, Spice said, standing up. I'm done. I don't need this drama. Sit down, Queen Key said coldly. You're not walking away from this. Not this time. As the tension reached its boiling point, production briefly cut filming, trying to de-escalate the chaos. But the women weren't calming down. Kendra was fuming, pacing in heels. Yandi looked like she was about to cry or scream. Spice sat back down, arms crossed, glaring. And Queen Key, she was just getting warmed up. The producers decided to roll the cameras again because whatever this was, it was gold. Queen Key stood, holding her phone in the air. I've been quiet. I've smiled. I've sat in the background watching all of you play perfect for the fans. But the truth is, this entire show is built on betrayal. And I've got the receipts. She played the voice recording. Spice's voice came through clearly. Yandy's cool, but she's not gonna help you unless you're light-skinned, half-naked, or famous already. That's just how it is, girl. Don't get your hopes up. Yandi gasped. Spice, that's how you feel. I didn't mean it like that, Spice snapped. It was taken out of context. Yandi yelled. You've been smiling in my face all this time while throwing shade behind my back? You wanna talk about shade? Spice shot back. Let's talk about how you turned your whole prison wife storyline into a cloud-chasing platform while the rest of us were grinding for years. Oh hell no. Yandi stood up now too. You don't get to rewrite my pain. The shouting grew louder, the emotions raw and unchecked. Kendra, now visibly shaking, muttered, This is insanity. We came here for a girls' night. No, Queen Key said, stepping between them all. You came here to keep up a lie. I came here to break it apart. And just like that, the mixer turned into a battlefield of broken trust and burned bridges, with Queen Key standing in the center like the storm she always knew she was. What no one realized yet was that the most shocking revelation of the night hadn't even been spoken. Not yet. Because just as everyone thought the worst had been aired out, Queen Key looked at the camera and whispered, and wait until y'all hear what happened between Yandi and Mendices last summer in Jamaica. The room fell into eerie silence as Queen Key's final words settled in like a sudden drop in temperature, cold, shocking, and unforgettable. Spice's lips parted slightly, unable to respond. Kendra clutched her phone, her knuckles white, and Yandi, her face was drained of color. Everyone in that room understood that Queen Key wasn't playing anymore. Whatever happened in Jamaica, whatever truth was buried, was about to come flying out into the world, raw and unfiltered. The camera zoomed in as Queen Key took a slow sip of her drink, her eyes never leaving Yandy's. "You really want me to say it out loud?" she asked softly, venomously. "Or you want to come clean before I do?" Yandy swallowed hard, clearly panicking behind her composed exterior. "There's nothing to say. You're just trying to tear people down to get screen time." "Am I?" Queen Key smiled. "Because what I saw in Jamaica, what I heard says otherwise." The room began buzzing with low murmurs. Sierra, who had been standing near the bar the whole time, finally spoke. "Hold up. What happened in Jamaica? We were all there for Spice's birthday. You saying something went down behind our backs?" Queen Key turned to her. "Something went down, all right. And it wasn't just sand between the toes and cute little beach selfies. It was betrayal. It was secrets. And it involved Mendices, Yandy, and another cast member who's not here tonight but who's about to be dragged in, like it or not." Yandy's hands trembled slightly as she tried to maintain her composure. "You don't know what you're talking about, don't I?" Queen Key took out her phone again, flipping through her files. "Because I have audio, I have video, and if VH1 doesn't air it, I'll leak it myself." "Girl, you sound obsessed," Yandy said, trying to mask the fear in her voice. "You been following me?" "I was in the right place at the wrong or maybe right time," Queen Key snapped. "I saw you sneaking out of that resort suite. Not alone. And it wasn't Mendices who was inside waiting on you." Gasps exploded from the group. "WHO?" Sierra blurted. "Who was it?" Queen Key's eyes danced with fire. "You sure you wanna know? Because this person is someone you'll smile with in promo shoots. Someone who just dropped a new single. Someone you all call sis on camera." Yandy looked like she might faint. "You're lying. You're evil." "No, I'm just done being quiet," Queen Key shot back. "This industry protects the wrong people, so let me break it down for you. The person inside that suite was Erica Mina." An explosion of screams, hands over mouths, and camera flashes lit up the scene. Kendra fell back into her seat. Spice nearly dropped her drink. Sierra just froze. "You're saying Yandy was cheating with Erica?" Spice yelled. "On Mendices?" "I'm saying what I saw," Queen Key said coldly. "And the cameras missed it. But I didn't." Suddenly, Yandy erupted. "You don't know anything about my marriage. You don't know what I've sacrificed. What I've held down for years. Mendices and I have built everything from scratch. He was locked up, I held him down when everyone told me to leave. And now you wanna waltz in here and talk like you know me?" Her voice cracked, tears threatening. But Queen Key didn't back down. "You want sympathy? Then stop playing perfect. Because Erica was not just a friend that weekend. I saw the way you two were around each other. I saw the way you looked at her. And I saw you slip into her room at 2 a.m. when the rest of us were asleep." The atmosphere became suffocating with tension. Cameras caught every gasp, every side glance, every trembling lip. Spice muttered under her breath, "This is too much." Kendra leaned forward. "So wait, Yandy and Erica, and Mendices doesn't know?" "Oh, he knows," Queen Key said. "They had a screaming match. When they got back, she begged him not to leave. She blamed the liquor, the beach, the emotions. He agreed to stay for the brand, for the kids. But the love, it's been gone." Yandy shook her head furiously. "Stop it. You don't know anything about what we've dealt with privately." "You're right," Queen Key said. "I only know what I saw, and I'm not the only one who saw it." Suddenly, to everyone's surprise, a new voice chimed in from behind. Bambi had just arrived late but clearly overheard everything. "I saw it too," Bambi said quietly. "At first I thought maybe I was tripping. Maybe it was just girl talk. But that wasn't friendship. That was something else." The entire group turned to her. "Bambi?" Yandy cried. "Betrayed. You too?" "I'm not picking sides," Bambi said calmly. "But Queen Key isn't making this up. Y'all were intimate. Whether it meant something or not is on you. But don't act like it didn't happen. It was too much." Yandy grabbed her bag and stood up, visibly shaking. "I don't need this. I don't owe y'all anything." And with that, she stormed off. The cameras followed her out to the elevator, where she sobbed quietly as the doors closed. Back in the lounge, Spice turned to Queen Key. "You're like a wrecking ball. You came in here and just destroyed everything in 10 minutes. "No," Queen Key said firmly. "I came to tell the truth. If it gets destroyed, maybe it was fake to begin with. Just then, Queen Key's phone buzzed again. She glanced at it and smirked. And that's just the first half of what I've got, she said. Y'all ready to hear what happened with Bambi, little Scrappy, and a certain paternity test that's been kept under wraps? Kendra gasped. What are you talking about now? Queen Key narrowed her eyes. Let's just say Scrappy's been playing daddy into households, and one of them might not even be his. I got the paperwork to prove it, but that tea comes next. The room was in complete disarray now, emotions flaring like wildfire, drinks untouched, and every single cast member sitting on the edge of either rage or revelation. But Queen Key wasn't done. Not even close. As Yandy disappeared into the elevator, her tears captured by the lingering camera crew, Queen Key turned her attention toward Kendra with an eerie calm. The fire had shifted, and now the target was clear. You've been walking around like Atlanta's first lady, Queen Key said, locking eyes with her. But tell me, how does it feel to fight for a man who might have fathered a child outside your relationship while playing stepdaddy to another? The words struck like a bomb. Kendra froze. You're not serious, she whispered. Spice's eyes darted between them. Please don't tell me this is about Erica Pinkett's kid. Queen Key tilted her head. You think this is about Pinkett? Oh no, this is about a woman who's never even appeared on the show. A woman Scrappy used to mess with on the low while Kendra was busy defending his name every reunion. Kendra tried to laugh, but it came out dry. Hollow. You don't know what you're talking about, don't I? Queen Key shot back. Because I have the paternity documents. And you want to know the real twist? Scrappy signed the birth certificate before even taking the DNA test. That silenced everyone. Kendra's face went blank. Her eyes searched the room for answers, for support, but everyone looked just as confused, just as caught off guard. Bambi stepped forward now, her voice barely above a whisper. Wait, are you talking about Keisha from Decatur? Queen Key smiled. Ding ding, we have a winner. Baby's name is Legend, and he's 3 years old now. Cute kid, looks nothing like Scrappy, but he still calls him daddy. Stop, Kendra snapped. Just stop. You're dragging people's lives through the dirt like this is a game. Oh, but it's not a game, Queen Key replied. It's your reality. The one you signed up for the second you put a ring on a man who's never been faithful to anyone. Sierra jumped in, trying to cool the tension. Okay, hold up. We need to get Scrappy in here before this goes any further. But Queen Key shook her head. He doesn't need to be here, because I got the receipts he gave me. Screenshots of messages between him and Keisha where he said he felt stuck with Kendra and didn't want to ruin his image on the show. Kendra clutched her purse and turned away, face twisted in devastation. This is evil, she whispered. This is pure evil. No, this is truth, Queen Key said firmly. I'm not here to ruin lives. I'm here to unmask the lies. You think the fans don't? No, they feel it. They've been watching you pretend to be unbothered while that man embarrasses you every single season. Just then, the door opened again and in walked Scrappy. Late, casual, unaware of the storm he was about to walk into. He paused when he saw the tension, the looks, the heaviness in the room. What's going on? He asked, smiling awkwardly. Kendra turned to him slowly. Legend, Keisha, birth certificate. Sound familiar? The smile dropped. Yo, who told you about that? She did, Kendra said, pointing to Queen Key. Scrappy looked straight at her. Why you always starting something? Queen Key didn't flinch. Why you always hiding something? The room fell into chaos again, Kendra yelling, Scrappy stumbling to explain himself, Bambi throwing her hands up and storming out, muttering, I'm done with these fake-ass men. The camera caught every word. Queen Key stood still, watching the storm unfold, completely unfazed. You see? She said quietly, mostly to herself. You expose one lie, and the whole house of cards collapses. Scrappy finally raised his voice. Look, I was trying to do the right thing. That woman told me the baby was mine. What was I supposed to do, walk away? Yes, Kendra snapped. You were supposed to tell me, not play house with some woman from the past while I defended you on national television like a damn fool. The weight of betrayal crushed every remaining illusion. Even Sierra, who tried to stay neutral, wiped away a tear. This is too much, she said. We're supposed to be family. Queen Key turned to her. Families don't lie. Families don't hide children. Families don't protect cheaters while punishing truth tellers. That line hit hard. Scrappy tried to walk toward Kendra, but she stepped back. Don't touch me. Don't say anything. Just leave. He looked at Queen Key one last time, shaking his head. You really think you did something here? All you did was destroy lives. No, Queen Key said softly. You destroyed them. I just turned the lights on. As Scrappy left, the mood sank even lower. The party was officially over, but the story wasn't. Queen Key checked her phone again and smirked. Wanna know what else I've got? Let's talk about Spice's so-called tour accident. Because what happened backstage wasn't an accident at all. Spice, who had been quietly drinking in the corner, suddenly looked up. Don't you dare. Queen Key raised an eyebrow. Then maybe you should tell them what really happened in Trinidad. Or should I play the video of you arguing with your manager right before the collapse? Spice stood up, eyes blazing. You don't want this smoke, girl. I will end you. Queen Key took a slow step forward. Then do it. Or sit down and shut up while I finish cleaning house. And in that moment, everyone realized Queen Key hadn't come to join the show, she came to burn it down and rebuild it with truth. No matter the casualties, Queen Key stood in the center of the scorched emotional battlefield, her arms folded, her phone still glowing in her hand like a loaded weapon. The room was no longer a party, it was a fallout zone. Spice's chest rose and fell, her fury barely contained. Kendra sat numbly, a shell of the woman who entered earlier. Bambi was pacing in the hallway, phone to her ear, probably calling someone to verify the paternity bomb Queen Key had just dropped. And the production crew? They were capturing every moment, silently thanking the drama gods for the chaos unraveling before them. But Queen Key wasn't done. She turned back towards Spice with an expression that said, I warned you. You collapsed on stage in Trinidad, remember? She said coolly. Everyone blamed dehydration, stress, tour exhaustion. But what the fans don't know is that just 10 minutes before that happened, you were backstage screaming at your manager, accusing him of stealing from you and threatening to expose his secret relationship with your cousin. Gasps rang out again. Even Sierra audibly whispered, no way. Spice's face turned to stone. You've got no idea what went down that night. I do. Queen Key snapped. Because your cousin sent me the footage. You want to deny it? She hit play. The sound of Spice's unmistakable voice boomed through the phone. You think I won't go public with this? I made your career. You steal from me and sleep with my family? Nah, I'll destroy you first. Then came a crash, a thud and silence. That was the moment Spice fell. The moment her team called it a medical emergency. The moment the lie began. Spice was trembling now, her voice low, dangerous. Delete that. Right now. Nah, Queen Key said. Because if you think your truth is too dirty to be seen, then maybe you shouldn't have hidden it in the first place. That's my business, Spice hissed. That was family. No, Queen Key said. You made it public the moment you played perfect on TV. That man took thousands from you while smiling in your face. And you didn't say a word to your fans. You let them believe you were just tired. You weren't tired, Spice. You were betrayed. Spice looked like she was about to lunge. Sierra and Rashida stepped in quickly, both trying to calm the volcano that was about to erupt. Spice, don't. Rashida warned. She wants this. She wants the moment. No. Spice whispered, barely audible now. She wants to ruin me. Queen Key softened for just a moment. No, I want to free you. You've been holding up this empire alone, afraid to show weakness. But it's okay to be hurt. Just stop lying about it. The room went still. For the first time since the drama began, Queen Key's voice didn't sound like fire, it sounded like truth. Spice slumped into a seat, burying her face in her hands. No one spoke. The silence was thick, pulsing with emotion. I ain't tell nobody, she murmured. Not even my mama. I thought if I exposed him, my whole brand would crumble. So I kept it quiet. Queen Key crouched down beside her. But you almost died that night. For what? Protecting someone who stole from you and hurt your family? He said it was love. Spice choked out. He said it was complicated. It's not complicated, Queen Key said. It's manipulation. And the world deserves to know how strong you are because of what you survived, not because of what you hid. That moment broke something in the room. Even Sierra wiped away a tear. Rashida sat down beside Spice and rubbed her back. For the first time all night, the fire was turning into ash smoke rising from the ruins of every secret torn open. And then, like a final plot twist written by the universe itself, the door opened again. In walked Erica Mina. Heads turned. Mouths dropped. Yandy's candle had just gotten a human face. Erica strutted in, calm and unbothered, in a form-fitting white dress, knowing exactly what she'd walked into. "You're talking about me?" she said with a smirk. "How sweet." Queen Key straightened up. "Glad you could make it. We're just unpacking the truth." "Oh, I heard," Erica said, setting her clutch on a nearby table. "And I'm here to confirm everything." Kendra stood up, her voice cracking. "So you really had something with Yandy?" Erica smiled. "Let's just say Jamaica was unforgettable." Sierra nearly collapsed from shock. "I thought you were straight." "Labels are for people who need categories," Erica said coolly. "Yandy and I had a moment, an honest moment, and she didn't cheat. Mendices knew. He was trying to control her, and she was tired of it." Queen Key raised an eyebrow. "So it was emotional and physical," Erica replied without shame. "But not wrong. It was truth. And she's been punishing herself for it ever since." Bambi walked back in just in time to hear that line. "Lord Jesus, this is too much. Can we get security? A counselor? Oprah?" Rashida chuckled through her tears. "I think we passed the point of saving this night a long time ago." Erica took a seat, crossed her legs, and looked directly into the camera. "I don't regret what happened. I regret that Yandy had to carry it in silence while the world judged her. We're all out here pretending for clout, for contracts, for image, and maybe it's time we stop lying to fans and to ourselves." Queen Key nodded slowly. "Exactly why I came. Not to destroy, but to expose. Because if we want to be reality stars, maybe it's time we actually show some reality." That line hit deep. The crew panned across each woman, Spice recovering from betrayal, Kendra shaking with heartbreak, Bambi stunned into silence, Rashida holding tears, and Erica defiant in her honesty. And Queen Key, she stood tall not as the villain but as the unexpected mirror none of them were ready to face. She picked up her bag, walked toward the door, and before leaving, turned back one last time. "I dropped the truth," she said. "What you do with it now, that's on you." And just like that, Queen Key walked out not with applause, but with a silence so heavy it could only mean one thing. Everything had changed. In one explosive night, the masks were ripped off, the hidden wounds were laid bare, and the cast of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 13 was left more divided than ever before. From the bombshell about Yandy's secret Jamaica rendezvous with Erica Mina, to the paternity scandal threatening to destroy Kendra and Scrappy's entire relationship, to Spice's tragic on-tour breakdown revealing betrayal from within her own circle, this wasn't just drama. This was a total reset of everything fans thought they knew. Queen Key didn't come to make friends. She came to make waves. And if her mission was to shake the foundations of this show to its core, she did just that and more. The fans are still reeling. Social media is in flames, and the comment sections are overflowing with questions like, will Yandy come forward with her truth? Can Kendra forgive Scrappy? Or is this the end? Will Spice reclaim her power or spiral deeper into silence? But now, we want to hear from you. What do you think about Queen Key's jaw-dropping revelations? Was she brave for exposing the truth or messy for airing everyone's secrets on camera? Do you believe Yandy and Erica's version of events? And will Kendra ever be able to trust Scrappy again? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We're reading every single one. Smash that like button if you're still in shock. And don't forget to subscribe, because if you think this episode was wild, you haven't seen anything yet. Season 13 is only just heating up, and the next bombshell is just around the corner. Until then, stay messy, stay tuned, and stay watching, because this is love and hip hop like you've never seen it before.